Danger lurks all around. At every moment, keep your head on the swivel and never let a devil get behind you. You're on course to the kingdom. There'll be all forms of evil ahead. So gird up thy loins and take this sword, and may the Lord show us mercy. So be it. Curse alert the earth, a monster fairy tale, he the scared to come near. Try to curb the thirst, the lust of flesh getting worse the more that you bear. War between us and the demons, when they see us flee a fear. Better believe what a priest does, so bleed cause death in the air. I see dead people, devils everywhere through the veil. Night of the living dead, he is scheming up evil, destroy people that believe him. Night of the living dead, when I spit a killing, bring you back to living, Lord willing. Night of the living dead, when the sunrise shall not smite me, no by moonlight of the living dead. Trust the night, illuminated by the sight of the moon bright, full of right. You inside a fight through the twilights. Lose your life if you seek. Out here sleeping at the least. It'll be by a creep off of the geek, addicted to get a piece. And these Pharisees, vampire designs, living the fees, ripping the victims dry, flesh your eyes, hypnotized, blind to see. Turning them beasts, infrared vision with the heat. Pick up a lick enough just to eat. Warm blood in the street and reap. And these witches make up. They look delicious with the smoke, get you dizzy. Both spells get you for riches. And demons like policemen scheming, watching every move, deceiving. Some of them told to get out of hell and sold they soul. It's cold in the shadows, full of creatures and killers. Just might be on the wrong end of dinner. Fatal feature, nothing real is a thriller. Let's shoot and door to the inner. This nightmare fighting his sleep. Lord, allow you wake, hearing exorcism, helping healing dealings of a priest. Curse alert the earth, a monster fairy tale, he the scared to come near. Try to curb the thirst, the lust of flesh getting worse the more that you bear. War between us and the demons, when they see us flee a fear. Better believe what a priest does, so bleed cause death in the air. I see dead people, devils everywhere through the veil. Night of the living dead, he is scheming up evil, destroy people that believe him. Night of the living dead, when I spit a killing, bring you back to living, Lord willing. Night of the living dead, sunrise shall not smite me, nor by moonlight of the living dead. I'm a priest, warrior day and night time, cutting creeps, witches, Frankensteins, Pharisees like vampires. And I'm watching for demons scheming, plotting, trying to stop my eating. Wanna see me cage beating, bleeding, to see 6 feet deeping, but I ain't sleeping to the early light. Or fall for the spell of the bite, the witches in flight, they calling on all men, they be gobbling. With no causes, mouth running like a faucet. The lone man hating on me. You never learn to shut your jaws, which caught in the fog, them witches think they monster ballin'. Till them devils come across and sending werewolf dogs in. Our steps stay wild on the prowl. It's probably them hollering out loud. Night owls be looking at who ain't got nothing to do but get caught up in ruin. But I say prepare to be head, full of sword, cut to shred. Kim and Mummies rapping that, cap get left, a bloody mess. Unraveling where it happened at, simply ravishing. Like cats that's crossing my path for aftermath, for taking no heed. Wanting the beast, at least for my brother, Lord, let me be. Cause alert the earth, a monster fairy tale, he the scared to come near. Try to curb the thirst, the lust of flesh getting worse the more that you bear. War between us and the demons, when they see us flee a fear. Better believe what a priest does, or bleed cause death in the air. I see dead people, devils everywhere through the veil. Night of the living dead, he is scheming up evil, destroy people that believe him. Night of the living dead, when I spit a killing, bring you back to living, Lord willing. Night of the living dead, when the sunrise shall not smite me, nor by moonlight of the living dead. Night of the living dead.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my bloodstream. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I back gonna be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I did it, nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up to solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is 9 step. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. And it feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Oh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I
in effect. Yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking. I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby.
And new at 6, the LAPD says it is investigating after video caught an officer punching a man who was in handcuffs and being placed under arrest.
And now a group of LA civil rights leaders is calling on the district attorney to immediately file charges against that officer. And Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam is live in South LA, where a press conference was just held. Tim?
People in this community are upset. The video starts with the man restrained in handcuffs shouting a question at the police officer. Then watch what happens next.
What did I do?
Oh! I got that record. I got that on record too.
Now, it's not clear what led police to pull the man over. All of this unfolded Sunday off of East 113th Street in Watts. At one point, you see in the video and you hear the police officer tell the man to stop resisting. The man replies, "No, I am not." Civil rights leaders want LAPD to take action.
It's horrific. This officer does not need a badge or a gun. He needs handcuffs and a jail cell for what he did. He should be arrested and prosecuted. And that's why we're asking for DA George Gascon's office to put this officer in jail.
LAPD says the officer in question has been removed from field duties during the investigation, which is standard. They have not released his name. Now, the police will be having a commission meeting tomorrow. Civil rights leaders plan to be there to address this situation.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.
New at 6, the LAPD says it is investigating after video caught an officer punching a man who was in handcuffs and being placed under arrest.
And now a group of LA civil rights leaders is calling on the district attorney to immediately file charges against that officer. And Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam is live in South LA, where a press conference was just held. Tim?
People in this community are upset. The video starts with the man restrained in handcuffs shouting a question at the police officer. Then watch what happens next.
What did I do?
Oh! I got that record. I got that on record too.
Now, it's not clear what led police to pull the man over. All of this unfolded Sunday off of East 113th Street in Watts. At one point, you see in the video and you hear the police officer tell the man to stop resisting. The man replies, "No, I am not." Civil rights leaders want LAPD to take action.
It's horrific. This officer does not need a badge or a gun. He needs handcuffs and a jail cell for what he did. He should be arrested and prosecuted. And that's why we're asking for DA George Gascon's office to put this officer in jail.
LAPD says the officer in question has been removed from field duties during the investigation, which is standard. They have not released his name. Now, the police will be having a commission meeting tomorrow. Civil rights leaders plan to be there to address this situation.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.
Shalom, Israel. Now, ISUPK started out 1 West Hall, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And since 1969, we've been bringing out this truth that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children that this Bible speaks of. So. Let's see. Mic check, mic check. Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a 1 in the chat. I'll get started as soon as I'll make sure, establish we got sound. I'll get a chat another minute. All right. Shalom says, Yahweh Shema, then by Shem Yahweh Shah. It's Priest and Officer Yahshala covering for Priest and Officer Kashakwa. It's the Brotherhood class, and brought it out a little differently. Started out with that news article about that brother being handcuffed, subdued, and assaulted by police while handcuffed because over a parking spot, him being double parked downtown Watts, California, facing the opposite direction, being double parked. That's how the altercation originally started out, over a parking space of the brother being double parked. They actually handcuffed the brother, and he's simply asking, "What did I do wrong? What crime have I committed?" And the police officer sucker punched him right in the face while handcuffed, and his other partner is, for lack of a better term, struggling to handle the suspect because he's a big guy, but he's already handcuffed. He's not resisting arrest. He's trying to keep him from breaking his arm. So he's asking the officer, "What did I do? What did I do?" The officer responded with a punch to his face, while his young sister across the way was recording the entire incident. Now, I don't know if the sister that was recording the incident was with the brother or if she even knows the brother, but the water to the sister for being able to be there to actually capture the incident on camera, because a lot of these situations happen and we don't catch the stuff. I was just thinking, double check your sound, bro. I got a 1 in the chat from the sister. She's saying the sound. Double check your phone. Make sure your phone isn't muted, and then put a 1 in the chat. Because you're saying no sound. Everything's checking out on the computer. I did a sound check. Everything's checked out, and the sister's already said put a 1 in the chat. But yes, it's just heinous that the oppressor. We know that the oppressor, the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, is just sickening to the core that they just really feel they could do what they want. I understand this is Esau's kingdom, but there's no excuse for their behavior and these actions. For all that, you might as well just round us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians back up and put us back in the chain gang and put us back out in the cotton fields. If that's how y'all really going to do stuff, y'all might as well just all the way don't half-ass do it, all the way do it. Put us back in bondage, put us all the way back in slavery until our king returns. Because once we come together and gather together, y'all in trouble. And just an example, it's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. We are the nation that's not desired. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are the ones that the oppressors hate. We are the ones that the oppressors do not agree with, do not like. They envy us. They want our covenant. They want our promise with the Most High. So they can't get what they want. So they punish us for it. They blame us for it. they torture us for it. You understand? They wanna unalive us, subdue us, subject us to harsh treatments, harsh conditions, put us in these slums and barrios across the land that we call Earth, and give us less than the bare minimum. You know, their U.S. Constitution says that a black man is 3/5 of a human. So we need 2 to 3 black men to make one total black man in the eyes of the oppressor and their U.S. Constitution. They could sit there and say, "Oh, that Constitution is not in circulation. Constitution has been changed and upgraded." Okay, give us an advanced copy. Give blacks and Hispanics and Indians an advanced copy of the current U.S. Constitution and show thy works. Show proof that you're not as much of a filthy, disgusting piece of garbage when we know you are. Edomites have broken every single peace treaty or any form of peace they've ever come up with. It don't matter who they created this treaty with. They've always made a pact of peace, but always were the first to be the aggressors in a situation. No matter if it was their own people like Russia, Ukraine. They don't care if it was Japan, Hiroshima. They don't care if it was Korea with Kim Jong-un. They don't care if it was in the United States in their own backyard against blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. They stand alone. Esau stands alone. You understand? This is why situations like this happen, because we stand alone like the damn devil. We don't come together. If we don't unify. Do you think for 1 second if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians actually came together as a people that and policed our own neighborhoods and our own communities, because only we know how to police us if given the right opportunity and playing field? We know how to police our own people. We know how to reason with one another through communication. We don't have to unalive one another to get a point across. We don't have to pull guns out to hurt one another. You understand? Let's see. Anybody else in the chat? I give people more time to jump in. But like I was saying, you know, we as a people, as blacks, Hispanics, and Indians, we do not. What's the term I'm looking for? We lack the knowledge to want to come together, because if people in the world knew what we knew, it would be more of them here in this class. You understand? It would be more people all over this world, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians in these classes. Brothers would be all black. Sisters would be dressed modestly with their heads covered. You understand what I'm saying? It would be a lot more of that, but we don't have that. So we have situations like that brother being sucker punched by cops while handcuffed occurs, because we lack the wisdom to come together and we allow the damn oppressor to do whatever they want. They do whatever they want and we allow them to get away with it. This is why I can't understand for the life of me of why as a people we try to seek their approval. We try to kiss up and pander to their highly overly inflated ego when they are the lesser beings. We are the superior beings. Why don't we acknowledge that? Why don't we know that? Because we want to please our flesh and disobey the Most High. That's why. And until we come together, we are going to have situations like that brother being sucker punched and assaulted by police while handcuffed and never committed an actual crime. You understand? Never actually committed a crime. Now, before I go to the next scripture, right? We have to understand and know our enemy to understand and know that they're not going to stop. They're going to continue to berate us. They're going to continue to embarrass us. They're going to continue to destroy us one by dozens, tenfold, period. I wonder if I can find that precept. We think about having fun, cooking out, spending time with family, going out on dates, doing something productive with our time, making money, investing in one another, investing in oneself. Do you know what the enemy thinks about? War, destruction. Whoa. They think about, how can I kill me a Negro today? They go to sleep and ponder on that stuff and wake up on that stuff like, I wonder how I could kill me a Negro today. It's in their DNA. Even those so-called cool white folks that the younger generation cling to because they have things in common. They smoke weed together. They skateboard together. They do certain social activities together, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, if push comes to shove, they will cross you faster than Broad and Market. You understand? They will crush you harder than Allen Iverson doing a crossover. They will shake you up faster than Kyrie Irving dribbling the basketball. You understand? Because if it comes down to you or them, they love them more and will sacrifice you to prove it. Throughout history, time and time again, they have destroyed our people. They ain't got no problem with coming together. They ain't got no problem going to war with one another either. But as long as they got one common goal, they'll come together at any given time. Period. But we can't. We can't even, like, we suck as criminals. We can't even come together to commit a crime correctly. You understand? The driver messes up on a robbery. They get caught. Somebody else tells. Gives up all the plans and information. Like, we do got no business being criminals. You understand? The oppressor are the real criminals. They're the ones that's good at what they do. We, if we didn't lack the knowledge, we would know how to come together. We would be good at coming together as a people. We would be great at growing a nation. You understand? We would be awesome at policing one another. In the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6, it says, we are destroyed due to lack of knowledge. For we reject knowledge, the Most High rejects us. We refuse to want to learn these laws, statutes, and commandments, which in retrospect causes the Most High to reject us, which is why, henceforth, we do not have the Lord with us as a people. It's asinine to sit there and try to pray to God before you go hit a lick, before you go shoot up a neighborhood to hit up ops that look just like you. But you want to throw a prayer up to the Most High, like, Lord, please make me out. Let me make sure I get out of this safely. No, Negro, you stupid son. You a little tartar? You serious? Let me see what the chat's talking about. Most High Christ. I mean, got priests and officers shot in the building as well. You understand? Like, we are lost and destroyed due to this lack of knowledge. And this is part of the reason why we don't come together. Is another further reason why these police why these military, why the goddamn devil, who happens to be the oppressor, Esau, who today's time is predominantly considered as the white man, white people, they are only set on destruction. They don't care who the hell they destroy. They don't care what the hell they destroy. They just want to hurt something. They just want to destroy something. They about that action. They gifted with the sword. Today's time, they gifted with the gun. They want to unalive blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians at alarming rates. If they could, they'd wipe us all out. And then see the error in their way once we are not around anymore. Now they ain't got no more slave labor. Now they ain't got nobody to oppress. Now they ain't got nobody to continue building up this goddamn country off of the backs of us. And now they're going to be sitting there like, oh, snap. We took them all out. Who's going to build this country? Because we're not doing it. This is where they will go on to oppress other nations, like Asians, who is the tribe of Moab, or Africans, who are the tribe of Hamites, or the Arabs. You understand? Or any other nations, the Amaleks, the Hittites, Canaanites, so on and so forth, Japhites, all the other nations, if they can't oppress blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they will find somebody to oppress. They will find somebody that they will force to put in a slave labor to continue building this country and keeping America great. They say that term so loosely and say, oh, we want to make America great again. How do you per se plan to do that? On the backs, sweat, blood, and tears of slaves who are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? That's how? I don't think so. Because those that did wake up, those that did gather together to come back to the Most High, they see it. And once you see this and know this, you cannot unknow this or unsee this. I pray y'all understand. But another example of how evil and heinous these oppressors are, let me go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, and I'm going to start at verse 7, right? Because let me tell you something. These damn devils, this just shows further proof that they are about destruction and destroying blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. It's been this way since the beginning of time, and it's going to be this way after we fade. After we go and get put in the earth and we come back again. It's going to continue to happen until we gather together as a nation like we're supposed to. And we fight spiritually. We fight those demons. We stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. We stop fornicating with one another's wives. We stop being whoremongers. We stop being whores. And we start living, not just reading the scriptures, but living these laws, statutes, and commandments. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 7. Their feet run to evil. These damn oppressors, right? Their feet run to evil. We try to resolve situations, but if the situations can't be resolved, we try to stand clear and make sure that we are safe. We try to make sure everyone involved is safe. But if we cannot avoid the conflict, then it is what it is. They run towards that. We try to stray away from that type of action and try to prevent that action. They run towards it. They live for that. They're beat for it. That's why their feet run towards evil. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. This is why they run to evil. They run to evil so they got an excuse to shed innocent blood. We heard an altercation. We ran to find out what happened. We seen there was people causing a commotion. So we subdued the people involved, and we unalived them. We subdued these Negroes, and we put feet and knees on their necks and backs until they couldn't breathe anymore. Now the conflict is over. Problem solved. Hey, forgot something, dummy. You unalived us, though. See the problem there? This is why We need not a black man in the White House. We need a black and Hispanic man in every black and Hispanic house. You understand? This is why we need blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians to come together. We need blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian families to stick together. Get that notion out of your damn mind, meaning your brain, using your logic brain. Get that notion out of your brain, thinking it's okay to put a man on child support. Get that notion out your brain, thinking it's okay to call the white man every time you, as a black man or a black woman, have a problem. Why don't you call the ISUPK if you got a damn problem, if it's that real? Sisters, y'all want to be all extra and animated? Call the ISUPK. Call the brothers. You have a real problem with your man, y'all having a domestic dispute, call the brothers. We'll pull up right away, and we'll resolve the situation. We'll make sure he doesn't harm you, but we're also going to make sure that y'all work this out. We're going to make sure that y'all stick together. That's the problem. Less separation, more coming together. So, book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 7. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. They run, they sprint to come and unalive us. They wait, these so-called cops, right? These white cops, this is what they live for. They go to sleep thinking about it, dreaming about it, and they wake up with a fresh mind and be like, all right, that was a great sleep. How am I going to kill me a Negro today? I know, I'm gonna turn it into a routine traffic stop. I'm going to assume he has drugs and weapons in the car. When I approach the vehicle, I'm going to say, I smell a substance in your vehicle. Is that weed? Is that weed that I smell? Step out of the vehicle. And the brother's going to sit there and say, sir, there's no weed smoke here. I do not consent to a search and seizure. Now, this is what they're supposed to say. They're supposed to have the window cracked, speak to the officer, let him know, upon counsel from my attorney, I'm not to answer any questions. I'm not going to consent to any search and seizure. You place your driver's license on the window, let him take a picture so you can run it, and that be that. If blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if you knew your damn laws, if you knew the little itty bitty rights that you do have, or if not your rights, learn the rights of this land and use their laws against them. We have to stop being morons and idiots and start thinking. Use your logic brain and think. Okay, this is what they do. All right, I'm going to do my homework and research. If a cop pulls me over, my window's going to be cracked. The cop is going to pull me over and ask me, do you know why I pulled you over? I'm going to sit there and explain to the officer, no, I do not, sir. But upon counsel from my attorney, I am not to answer any questions. And no, I do not consent to any search and seizure. Here is my identification. And that's it. If they try to ask you, oh, how you doing today? Do not respond. You understand what I'm saying? If they try to force a question out of you, do not respond. Leave it at that. They're either going to write you a ticket for whatever they're conjuring up, or they're going to tell you you may go. And that be that. Stop getting pulled over thinking you're guilty of something if you've done nothing wrong. And letting them damn oppressor do what they want to do to you. Learn your rights. Come together. Pray y'all understand. Verse 8. The way of peace they know not. They don't know peace. They only know war. They only know destruction. They only know unaliving. They only know, how am I going to kill a Negro today? They only know, how am I going to go to war today? How am I going to oppress somebody today? Hey, I got an idea. Let me run these Arabs off the street. Let me run these Africans off the street. They don't give a damn who it is. They coming. They coming for you. You know, let me go to this other scripture, right? I got more proof that they hunt us down and they come for us, right? I got proof that they come for us, right? Let me tell you something. This is what they were created for. This is what they were built for. This is what they do. You understand? It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps, meaning they hunt our steps. They hunt us down. They sit and lurk in the secret places, which is in another scripture. If you need, I'll bring it out. You know what I'm saying? They sit in the cut. They sit in the shadows. Just like when you ride at night and you ride, like if you do an Uber and you drive somebody off and you went in one of those quiet towns and you ride doing the speed limit just trying to get the hell out of the town because you know how they play, especially if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. When I drop somebody off in the town, I'm trying to get up out of there as quickly as possible. But I'm driving the speed limit. I'm checking my mirrors. Because every time I ride through, I go through a couple of blocks. If I get to a more urbanized area where it's like not rural, but more city-like, where you see businesses, not like less residential, more industrial, I'll ride by so many cops that's just sitting there in the dark waiting, lurking. They waiting to pull you over. You went 2 miles over the speed limit, license and registration. You understand? Stop being scared of the law. And the problem is, we so scared of the damn law that we're scared of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High too, because we want to please our flesh and get high so goddamn bad. You know what I'm saying? That we run from those laws. We just run from law, period. We just run from the law, period. But let me stay on topic. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18, right? They hunt our steps, that we cannot go out in our streets. That black man ain't do nothing. All he did was double park his car, ran inside to handle some business. He was coming right back out. But being that these disgusting pieces of garbage was sitting out there plot scheming and waiting, they needed an excuse. That's all they wanted. They wanted an excuse. You double parked, they're facing the wrong way. Did they give him a chance and ask him for his identification? Did they give him a chance to say, did they say, let me get your license and registration, right? No, they did none of that. Why? Because they was planning. They was plotting and scheming. I'm telling you, they woke up before they got that coffee and that donut. They said, how am I going to kill me a Negro today? You know, they used to call us in the slave times, they used to call our kids little pickaninnies, right? They used to call us pickaninnies, right? They played this game called Pick a Nigga. And as a matter of fact, let me pull up that definition, right? So because we make sure here in the ISUPK, right? Pickaninny. Pickaninny is a pidgin word for a small child, possibly delivered from Portugal or Pequeno. It has been used as a racial slur for African American children. So the actual definition just means small child. But they used it in such a derogatory way in the past that they used it to call us names. You know, they used pickaninny and such a negative connotation that they wanted to use it as a byword. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why we have to get away from Esau and their ways and get back to these law, statutes, and commandments. Because like it says in Lamentations 4 and 18, they hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our end is come. We are in the latter days. You understand what I'm saying to you? We are in these latter days. We are in the final days. We are in the final hours, the final moments. We is in a time where we got wars and rumors of wars. We got plagues that's not in the book. You understand? We got nations about to go to war, World War III with one another, right? They just itching for an excuse to want to hit the button. You don't need an excuse. Y'all do what the hell y'all want. Go ahead, hit the button. Clear this out. So Yahushua Mashiach, who we ignorantly call Christ, come down here with these angels and come finish the job. Y'all take each other out, and he gonna clear the rest out and get rid of all of you nasty, disgusting pieces of garbage who we call heathens. You understand? Who also the oppressor, who was the goddamn devil that this Bible speaks of. Go ahead and hit the damn button. Please. I want you to. I need you to. Hit the button. You know, we, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't just lack the knowledge and the wisdom to not only come together, not only to, you know, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, but we lack the know-how to come together to even protect one another, right? Let me tell you something. We lack so much, but we want to keep up with the Joneses. We want to worry about them Birkin bags. We want to worry about this goddamn Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, right? And all these damn diss tracks going out. Like, they're gonna offer this boy an award they're gonna offer this man an award for a diss track. Like, this how twisted the music industry has become. You understand? Labels can't hit people with 360 deals and grape their pockets forever now because they're coming out independent. So you know what they did? Now they changed the game. Now they got it in live streams. You can't sell CDs no more. Now you can only sell live streams. Snoop Dogg broke down 1 billion streams, right? 1 billion streams to him is less than $42,000, right? Yeah, that seemed like pennies to him. But for somebody that don't see thousands like that, they rich. I mean, let me get 1 billion streams and clear anything close to 40,000 off of streams. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing music. I'm going to keep pushing that content. You understand? I'm going to push, keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like Salt and Pepper. Push it good. Push it. We're going to push. We're going to push that music. We're going to push that content. Just like the damn oppressor pushes the agenda. The alphabet community agenda. The transformer community agenda. Like, how do you take the rainbow, which the Most High created, and try to take it for your own and put your own spin on it? Who the hell do y'all think y'all is? But you know what? I'm going to stay on topic because, again, all this contributes to us not coming together, us allowing the oppressor to do whatever the hell they want to do because we don't come together and we don't know our rights in this country, and we also do not follow these law, statutes, and commandments by the Most High. Because had we followed the law, statutes, and commandments by the Most High, then we would take that same due diligence and study the laws of our land, study the laws of our terrain, study the laws of New Jersey, study the laws of New York, study the laws of Ohio, study the laws of Chicago, and know your rights so you can further protect thyself. Show thy works. That's how we stay alive. Do your homework. Do your research so we can stay alive. So we can keep these oppressors off our necks. Another example of why we don't come together and why we have no protection. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we mourn. You understand? We mourn because it's countless. Just in Jersey City alone, right? We got dozens of families and single parents that done lost their children to gun violence over the past 20 years, right? And in all honesty, in the last 10 years, those numbers expanded over 35%, right? And I'll be honest with you, this year in 2024 was the first time in a very long time that I can remember the crime rate dropping down 30%. The murder rate dropped down over 30%. We haven't really been having shootouts in the hood lately. We haven't really been having no unalignments. You're still going to have situations, isolated incidents, but not at such alarming rates as like we did last year and prior. You understand? Some people might say it's because all the ops are gone. They so-called got all their alleged ops out the way. But is there still peace? Or are you still looking over your shoulder because you have to be concerned with new ops arising? Worrying about the police who are the real ops, or the ones that walk by you every day that you pay no mind to, but they're slowly the ones pushing you out of your community. The small hats, the Ashkenazis, the so-called Jewish. Gotta say Jewish because they're Jew-like. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the actual Jews of the Bible. But again, like I was saying, book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. And the gates thereof languish, meaning we have no protection at these gates. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have no protection. Our Gadite brothers, who are the so-called Native Indians, right? They have no protection in the reservations. It's just free fall. Our sisters and our children, our Gadite sisters and children, are being abducted in alarming rates for sex trafficking. The children is being abducted. The sisters is being abducted. The men are being forced and subjected to alcohol abuse and drug abuse. This is what's going on our Native Indian reservations. This is what's going on in our Gadite society. To the point we have to, as the ISUPK, go out there and check on our people. Give them coats, give them clothes, give them food, provide them wise counsel, give them the law, statutes, commandments of this Bible. You understand? Give them scripture. Give them hope. Because damn it, the oppressor ain't going to give you squat. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have no protection at these gates. Where's Al Sharpton when you need him? Where's Reverend Jesse Jackson when you need him? Where they at? They want to play simp to the government, pander to the government, because they don't want to end up like MLK or Malcolm X. Them Negroes were being made examples of anyway. They had a short shelf life, no matter how you cut and slice it, because they was put out in place to push an agenda. You understand? MLK was trying to be selfish and greedy and integrate blacks and whites so he can stop hiding his white girlfriend. You understand? That's what that was. Malcolm X was put in place to push the agenda of Islam. You understand? He somewhat kind of woke up. And I think that's why they unalived him. You know, because once you stop banging your head on that damn rock, you start having clarity in your mind. once you sit back and realize that's not your custom, that's not your culture. That's an Arab thing. That came from Prophet Muhammad. If you follow in the book of From Babylon to Timbuktu, where it explains the birth of Judaism, it simply tells you Prophet Muhammad wanted to follow the Israelites. They told him, you cannot, you're not part of the 12. We appreciate you wanting to roll with us. I'm paraphrasing. But you're not part of the 12 tribes of Israel. We can't do it. We can't accept you. Our deepest regrets. So you know what he did? He said, F that, took pieces of the Bible, put his own book together, called it the Quran, and tried to force Israelites to follow him. And if he didn't, he unalived them. That's what he did. That's the birth of his legacy. You either going to roll with me or I'm going to unalive you. Period. Let me get through the rest of this precept. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. This book of Jeremiah 14:2. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Understand that we've been beaten down, oppressed, and subjected to harsh punishment and grueling conditions for as far back as we can remember, right? Because even back in slavery times, we lost thousands upon thousands of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian slaves to just on the boat ride here to America, right? Had we come together even back then, we wouldn't have been enslaved by Pharaoh, because we would have stood to Pharaoh. He wouldn't have been able to gather us and unalive us or put us to slavery. Had we come together as a nation, the northern and the southern kingdom, instead of splitting and dividing, had we just come together, we couldn't have been stopped. No matter how big Pharaoh grew his army, he couldn't stop us. Why? Because one, we had the protection of the Most High. But we wanted to please our flesh, not keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we suffered for it. To today, we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're suffering for it. Our people are in slums and barrios. Our people are strung out on heroin, K2, fentanyl, cocaine, crack. You understand? They're strung out. E-pills, Molly. You understand? Our people are strung out. This is why the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. I lost count how many times we've been at camp and a junkie will be out there high, but they're listening to what we're saying. They're listening to the words of God. They're receiving it, and they are crying in tears because they want to fight that damn demon, but that demon got such a tight hold on them, such a tight grasp. You understand? That he's literally stuck in place, crying to the Most High, begging the Most High to help get this demon off of him so he can fight, so he can get stronger and continue to fight and come back to his Father. You understand? We have to come together in order to stop situations like that brother being assaulted by police officers while being handcuffed. We got to come together. There's going to be no other way. Let me get back to this. The book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 8. The way of peace they know not. They don't know peace. They only know war. They only know woe, which is death and destruction. That's all they know. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gifted them with the sword and made them cunning hunters, which is why in the book of Lamentations 4:18 it says they hunt our steps. We cannot go out in our streets. You understand? They hunt us down like filthy animals when they're the filthy animals. I don't appreciate the role reversal. I don't like it, me personally. I'm tired of it. When is Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians going to wake up, figure this out, and come together? When? What is it going to take? Our kids are dying in these. Our kids are unalived in these streets, left and right. Cases going cold. Cases going unsolved. A good friend of mine who graduated high school had lost her brother to gun violence, and he wasn't even the intended target. I want to say about 15 years ago. It's been such a long time. You understand? I want to say about 15 years ago, give or take. Time flies so fast. You know what I mean? Promising young man. If it wasn't for him having the size he had on him, being big and tall, he wouldn't have made it. You understand? He still didn't make it. He passed away due to his injuries, his wounds. But for him to have hung on as long as he did, for as many times he got hit up, you understand what I'm saying? And it wasn't no small gun he got hit by. But at the same time, it's a cold case. And it's going to remain a cold case until we come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. It's the only way. There is no other way. Or we're going to keep having more brothers get handcuffed and punched in the face by cops over a parking spot, over selling a damn loose cigarette in the street, over selling a CD in Times Square, over whatever. The way of peace they know not. And there is no judgment in their goings. Meaning they don't judge, they don't get judged for the wrong they do. They don't get judged when they want to go out and follow a black man jogging, minding his business, and hunt him down and unalive him just for being black in your neighborhood, jogging down the street. Y'all hunt him down, cut him off, and y'all attack him with a damn gun. And y'all attack him with more than being too deep. Are you serious? Are you effing serious? How dare you? You damn pigs. You disgusting pieces of garbage. How dare you? But yet they say, we're a hate group, we're a cult. I'll tell you what we don't do. We don't unalive one another. We don't bother the oppressor. We don't deal with the oppressor. We don't deal with none of you heathens. But we do deal with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We got food programs. We got prison programs. We got clothing drives. You understand me? We help our people. We don't oppress our people. No, we ain't going to feed you heathens. Y'all ain't allowed. Go be with your people. It should have always been segregation. Maybe Black Wall Street would not have been destroyed. Maybe Rosewood would not have happened. Maybe Nat Turner wouldn't have had to free his people like he did. All throughout history, we have shown resolve. We have showed resilience. We have showed that we can come together. We have showed that we can stand as one body in one mind, on one accord. But the problem in today's society is they want to push all these agendas on us and make it about a bunch of nothing. I don't give a damn about no Drake and Kendrick Lamar beat. I don't give two butt cracks about Kamala Harris or Trump. It don't matter. Voting for either one. It's a double-edged blade. What side you want to get cut on? What side of the blade you want to fall on? Either way, you're going to get cut deep. You're going to leak either way. It's a double-edged blade. You understand? And all it just matters which cut you want and how deep you want it. Kamala Harris is going to come after Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians just because she know they voted for Trump. So if she gets in office, she's coming for us regardless. she's going to be worse than Obama and Biden together. And it'll be the first woman president and usurping authority. And then we're going to stop her. And y'all look at her skin tone and say, oh, she's black. No, she's not. She's East Indian, okay? Just to clear that up. At least we know who Trump is. We know Trump is a disgusting, wicked piece of garbage. You know what? You're going to make sure Negroes got their bag right, their business right, and then all we got to do is wait for him to hit the button. At least we know what to expect with Trump. But either way, you don't vote for neither one. If Black Hispanics, if y'all want to vote for somebody that damn bad, right? I recommend you vote for Commander General YAHANNA of the ISUPK, right? If you wanna vote that damn bad to get somebody in office, get Commander General YAHANNA of the ISUPK in office now. Vote for Commander General YAHANNA. You hear me? That's what you do. You vote for Commander General YAHANNA. But that's who we're going to get in office. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 8. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths, meaning they made their path more crooked than the letter S, right? Because instead of going the straight and narrow route, they want to go wayward. They want to be all over the place, right? If we come together as a people, right, we won't have to worry about what they do, how they do it, or anything under the sun, right? If we came together as a people, I don't have no readers or anybody with me to pull certain things up, so I got to do it myself. Bear with me. So, if we came together, it would eliminate a lot of problems, right? Problems that we bring upon ourselves, problems that we bring upon others. It would just not be an issue, right? Have we come together. If we come together just this much, that would solve something so big. And that's just the start. You understand? Because the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And they won't stop. They will not rest until they have unalived us all, which will never happen, of course. It would just never happen. Right? So, okay. I was just pulling up to get the next precept ready. Coming up. Let me finish this precept, right? This is Isaiah 59, verse 8. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. Meaning, they go into life, they go into the world about that action, about war, right? Just like how they stormed Capitol Hill, right? These oppressors, these damn devils, they know not of peace. They don't know nothing about peace. Because all they know is destruction. All they know is war. So that's all that's in their path. And there's nothing that we can say or do about it. It is what it is. But if we, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians come together, we gather ourselves together, that's the beginning of something greater. You know, sometimes you don't got to always see the vision for your path to be clear. Just know that there's a vision and you better damn follow it. I pray you understand. Verse 9. Therefore is judgment far from us, neither doeth justice overtake us. We wait for light, but behold obscurity, for brightness, but we walk in darkness. Meaning, when it says, therefore is judgment far from us, it's asking, is judgment far from us? Because if we continue to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, right? If we continue to divide as a people, if we continue to cling on to Esau and try to seek their approval and their mercy and their love, when their definition of love is to destroy and unalive us at alarming rates, right? Then judgment will be far from it. Won't be that far. But if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, there's going to be no reason to judge us because we're not doing anything to be judged. Because if we're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, what are they going to judge? Judge our great works? Judge us by fruits of our labor? No, we're going to do the work of the Lord and just keep doing it. We don't need a pat on the back. We don't need a star on a refrigerator. We don't need we just need the Most High with us. That's all we need. Other than that, we don't need nothing else. We got each other. We got the Most High. We're good. Everything else will fall into place. You understand? Neither doeth justice overtake us. Justice won't overtake us if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments like we're supposed to. You know when judgment and justice overtake us? When we disobey the Most High, right? And we turn around and eat that fried shrimp scampi, or we end up eating that bacon food, that baconator, that bacon cheeseburger. You understand? We have to get away from these nasty heathens and their way and their customs. We have to wake up and stop. That's the only way that we could prevent situations like what happened to that brother at Watts, being handcuffed by police and being sucker punched. I'm quite sure that police officer wanted to do more than that prior to him placing him in the squad car. I'm quite sure they probably took a slow ride to that precinct. They probably effed him up the whole way. Because trust me when I tell you, I know how police play. You understand? I know how they play. I know how they coming. Trust me. Let you not be outside for business and you out here playing around. You'll learn real quick. They'll show you real quick and they ain't got no problem with doing it. Which is why I'm going over this topic today, which is why I played that video in the beginning of class showing the mistreatment of a brother. You understand? We wait for light, but behold obscurity, for brightness, but we walk in darkness. Meaning, if we keep sitting there, we say we're looking for the light, but we ain't gonna find the light lighting up a blunt. We're not gonna find the light lighting up a cigarette. We're not gonna find the light lighting up a black and mild. You understand? We're not gonna find the light hitting a vape. We're not gonna find the light popping pills. We're not gonna find the light sniffing cocaine or heroin. You understand? We're not gonna find the light snorting, smoking, or abusing coke, dope, or fentanyl. And I don't understand how people could deal with fentanyl in the first place. That stuff is so strong. If you come in contact with it, it can kill you. So that is extremely dangerous. You know, the oppressor don't care. If that's what they into, that's what they into. You understand? And it says, but we walk in darkness. We walk in darkness because we please our flesh every day. We out here smoking that Zaza, that gas. We out here pleasing our flesh. We're out here making whores of our sisters. You understand? We're out here being whores and whoremongers. You understand? Instead of coming together, creating business and infrastructure that can benefit Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians long term. And we come together and we start investing in one another. We start investing in a real estate game. We start buying all these acres of land that we see up for grabs as we drive on the highway, when we're driving out of town, going down south or going out west or whichever direction we headed. You understand? If we would come together, we won't have Mike Brown. We won't have Eric Garner. We won't have Philando Castillo. We won't have Sandra Bland. We won't have Sonia Massey. You understand what I'm saying, Israel? We won't have that. And that's the goal. That's the point. That is the bottom line. But in order to have that, we have to come together. And then once we come together, certain provisions and conditions must be met first. And once they're met, they are to be maintained as a people. And it consists of dressing in all black, getting in class, dressing modestly, covering your hair. Because as for anything else, just show up. Get in these classes. You understand? Come into the ISUPK before it's too late. You know, Commander General YAHANNA pleads with the Most High to spare our brothers and sisters that want to be in a world that don't want to listen, that do what they want to do in terms of pleasing their flesh instead of doing what they're told to do. That's why today's modern women, they're lost. They're gonna be bitter old women with cats, and not a strong brother in their corner. Like I don't understand. Everything is in plain sight now. Back in the day, we didn't have all this access to social media and things like that. You know, I'm at a yeah. I'm almost at a loss for words. It's like I care about my people. I love my people. But it's like we are so foolish and so self-indulgent that it's asinine to think we can come together. I really have faith. Even the faith of a mustard seed is a lot. I got faith that the Most High, right, will spare some of us. And I don't just mean the 144, right? He's gonna spare some of us. We're gonna plead with him, right? He's gonna have a kind heart. And he might just spare a few of us, but at the same time put us to the test to make sure that we love him, because like was said to me in Hebrew Academy. I love you. You know I love you. But how do I know you love me? So, you know, with that being said, I really pray that we as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can start to come together, you know, come into this ISUPK so we can grow Jersey, you understand? So we can grow this world, grow this nation, so we can go to these people, you understand, the right way, and they can't stop us. This is why we go out and camp, and we talk about how the white man's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and we teach scriptures. But what you got to understand is we're unity, we're unified, we are together, we are one mind and one body, even though we're individually yoked. If what I'm saying makes sense. I pray you understand. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Most High in Christ, most, you know what I'm saying? That's just the body, not the building. A lot for checking in, sis, you understand? I appreciate you being there. You know what I mean? Appreciate off the shop. It's always a pleasure as usual. I know you slave hard, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down. I'm gonna hold it up. You know. You know, it's like I don't know why we have this misconception that we can reason with white people. I don't know why we have this misconception that some of them are cool when they show their true colors when it comes down to it. Because if it comes down to you or me, I'm a do you. I'm gonna do you good because I love me more. This ain't a war thing. This is I belong to the Most High thing. I'm his piece of jewelry. I'm a link in his chain. You understand? Like, and I pray people in the chat, I pray y'all understand as well. You know, because we gotta get out the as a people, we gotta get out the illusion that, you know, America will be great again. Like, name a time frame, name a decade, right? That's come out here and shown that America's great. How is America great? You understand what I'm saying? We as Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are being unalived at alarming rates. It started out as routine traffic stops. Now we end up outside on the ground, knee and neck, can't breathe. But they talk about stop resisting. I don't know how, but you know when they stop? When you totally go lifeless. That's when they stop and realize, oh, okay, he's already gone. I'm not going to administer CPR. You understand? It's insane. Matter of fact, another example. Let me see if I can pull that up. Slide here, bear with me. This time flies when you're doing this work of the Lord. You understand? Let me see if I can find this. Slide here, bear with me one moment. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, sure can. Bear with me one moment. All right, now, when I'm about to pull up Israel, right? I'm about to share the screen. I'm about to show the next article, right? These wicked, disgusting bastards in this hospital, right? The child was just fine that morning. These bastards left this child to die, right? To the point where the parents are in there playing doctor, like it's an episode of Doogie Howser MD, right? To where the child is slowly going down the drain. They are administering CPR while the doctors are outside of the room. These doctors refused to save their child when he was perfectly fine that morning. And now they're literally trying to let the boy be unalive. When I seen this article, I was like, you know what? Yeah. That's why today's Brotherhood class is a special Brotherhood class. Because this is also boots on the ground, right? But let me tell you something. If Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians do not come together, right, this will be the type of stuff that's going to occur. Check this out, right?
Out here in North Carolina. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're at the atrium, Carolinas. We are not bowing. We're not bending to these snakes and these devils. They done got exposed. Y'all touched the right one, but you didn't know you touched them the wrong way. Touch not mine anointed to do my prophet no harm. They're asking all of us to leave my brother in here with them.
And you never showed up. You never showed up.
Okay, I'm
You never showed up. Because, of course, to let him die, they wanted the organs. That's what the whole thing was about being here, was about him having organs. But this is for God, so that God might get the glory. Even if it's to the point where they are the ones that's getting sued, that's being exposed. Whichever way it is, they the ones that did it. I'm telling you right now, his mama's over there pumping. His mama's trying to bring him back to life right now because they are right now here at the hospital right now. We're right here at Carolina's Medical Center in right now in Charlotte, Carolina, North Carolina. Dr. Magoo. It's what's her name? Dr. Jessica Magoo. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Emmanuel.
19-year-old by the name of Terrence Howard almost got killed at the hospital when they said he was dead when he wasn't. Before we go into this story, guys, thank you so much for supporting, liking my videos, subscribing. I really appreciate the commentary at the end.
Come on. Now they tried to switch. They just tried to switch the graph.
They tried to switch the graph.
They tried to switch the graph.
They messing with it.
Yeah, they tried to switch the graph to make it look like they got it on. No.
No, that's not it. They didn't have it on.
It was not on. It was not on. It was not. I've been watching them standing out there looking. It was not. That's why they peeked in the window like that and you yell, get out that window.
Yeah, they messing with it.
We've been saying this for days.
They mad because I knew that they knew.
I've been talking to attorneys about they trying to kill him.
We've been telling people they're trying
to kill him. I talked to a news station yesterday.
They trying to
out here in North Carolina.
We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're at the atrium, Carolinas Medical Center.
And we've just been trying to get him back home to Texas.
Get him back to Texas. They've been doing everything to
blocked his records. Is it not weird that today is the day that he got his records and not even how long after?
Not even a minute
later, he got his records and this started happening.
A minute later.
They gave us a 72-hour window home. Would today not be the 72 hours? This is the last day of what they gave us.
Tomorrow, it's not even 72.
We supposed to after they get the record. After he got the record in 72 hours.
And
they threatened 2 times to take him off. The first time, they threatened to take him off.
Go read that on watch.
Read this. Read that. Read that. We got this in the place by our attorney.
Go read that. Read that too. And they got the reading.
This letter serves as a notice to the Atrium Health Carolinas Medical Center that life-prolonging measures shall not be withheld or discontinued from Terrence, Emmanuel, and Mont Howard.
Yes.
What's the statute?
Yeah, this is the statute.
Tell them the statute.
Is what? 90,
tell them the number.
90-322. Procedures for natural death in the absence of a declaration. A. If the attending physician determines to a high degree of medical certainty.
They messing with it. Come on.
I cannot even. That a person lacks capacity to make or communicate healthcare decisions, and the person will never regain that capacity. And 1. Repealed by Sessions laws. Oh, I can't even read right now. Mom, my head.
Don't worry. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. No, I'll just tell y'all because I got to get back. It's 90-322. That's the statute in North Carolina. Yeah, that's the statue. Come forth, baby. Come on. Hallelujah. For your glory, God. For your glory. For your glory. For your glory. You have the power. Come on, you got to get your revenge back. Because we could tread on something.
Stop that right there. When I first seen that, right, I was so disgusted to the core, to the point, I wish there was something that I could have done to help save that boy. You understand? The white man's the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. Look, I'm not going to bite my goddamn tongue. The white man is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. Them damn white doctors and nurses, they knew better. They knew. You understand? They knew. And it's not just in North Carolina or South Carolina. This is everywhere. They knew. And that's the garbage that pisses me off. And is outright disgusting. They knew. And I'm going to show you how they knew. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. Meaning, from the before birth, they were freaking wicked. They were wicked, disgusting pieces of garbage from the womb. You understand what I'm saying? They go astray as soon as they become born. Soon as they come out, they go their own way. They go wayward. They like, F y'all, I'm going over here. I'm going to go this way. You stay where you at or go over there, but I'm going to go this way. You understand? Speaking lies. They're poison like the poison of a serpent. If that's not explaining Esau, who is predominantly the white man, then who the hell is it explaining? This is why we cannot go out into our streets. This is why we are hunted. This is why their feet run to evil. This is why our gates thereof are in languish. This is why we are divided as a people and we do not come together. I'm at a loss for words because this really touched me. It's really pissed me off, and it upsets me that they are so low. They're so freaking low. They are so low that they go through great lengths to destroy us. Planned Parenthood. You understand? They try to get us from the womb. Let me see. It's hard. It's hard to speak about it because this is so disheartening and it's difficult to watch. But us pleasing our flesh and not coming together and doing what we want to do is why we have these situations, right? Because we seek their approval and we see what seeking their approval got us. It got that young boy unalived in the hospital, his own parents trying to administer CPR. It got that young black brother in Watts handcuffed and punched in the face without even having committed a crime. He was double parked. Give him a damn ticket and keep it pushing. Why are you arresting him and punching him in his face? It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. That part. Because we do not serve the Most High or obey our Father is why we're serving these enemies. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against you. When the Lord is not with you, he will send the enemies to you. He sent the oppressor to us because we did not obey. And these are the fruits of that labor. This doesn't upset you. This doesn't irk your spirit. This doesn't piss you off. This does not move you. If it doesn't, something seriously wrong with you. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, something is terribly wrong with you. And I want you to know that. And hunger, and nakedness, and thirst, and in want of all things. We go to this goddamn white man for every single thing. We go to him for every little thing. We go to him for clothes. We go to him for food. We go to him for shelter. We go to him for clothes. Everything. We don't do nothing for ourselves. But you know these rich rappers do. They do for themselves, about themselves, and body more. They do for themselves. They don't think about their people. They don't think about their community. Hell, they don't even think about their own family in their community. They get to a certain status of fame and fortune. They act like they got it there on their own. You know what I'm saying? They left behind the people that helped them get it through the mud. You understand? Now all of a sudden they want to be all eccentric and eclectic and all of that garbage. Right? No. This is why it's not unlawful to be rich. But if you have the money and resources to do righteous things, then do so. Be right. Be a righteous man. Follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And do the righteous thing. Pay your mother tithes. Pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. Invest in not just you. Invest in your people. Why don't you get in the real estate game and buy some land and have a facility built for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the way you have barracks, a hospital, like a nice big medical facility for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to help treat Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Have a psychiatric, I don't want to say ward, have a psychiatric facility that help treat Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that have or suffer from mental illness, mental disease, or mental defect. You understand? Because homosexuality is a mental disease. Wanting to be a transformer is a mental disease. Wanting to be a transgender is a mental disease. Wanting to be LGBTQ is a mental defect. It's a form of mental retardation. They can change the books all they want. Look it up. All throughout the 70s, 80s, and the 90s and early 2000s, homosexuality was considered a mental illness, defect, or disease. You understand what I'm saying? They try to push this agenda of Sodom and Gomorrah on Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and they need to stop. It needs to stop. You were born a man, you're a man. You were born a woman, you're a woman. That's it. Who the hell you think you is to think you can change who you is? You can't. You was who you was before you got here. Pray you understand. I'm off that Deuteronomy. I don't even I don't even need to go no further. You get the point. We were sold into the hands of our enemies by the Most High. So you can't blame nobody but your damn self. Because he did it to us. Because we did it to us. So, I'm trying to get these precepts together. Because time is a flying. Here's another supporting precept to what I just read. And this how I know I'm in the right place. You understand? And the Most High don't make no mistakes, right? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 41. Matter of fact, let me go up one first. That's what I'm going to do. Let me show you. Slack you. Let me show y'all something, Israel, right? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 40. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, meaning blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We didn't follow the Most High. We didn't keep his law, statutes, and commandments, so we kindled an anger and fire in him that he had against us because we didn't follow and keep his law, statutes, and commandments, and we acted like a rebellious child against him because we wanted to please our flesh like dumbasses. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. Meaning abhorred, like it says, do not abhor the Edomite, meaning it disrupted the inheritance that he gave to us and blocked us from our own blessing because we messed it up. We messed up with inequity. We messed up with transgressions. We transgressed against the Most High. You understand? And that was our punishment. He abhorred the inheritance. And he gave us slack. And then he gave them into the hand of the heathen. He gave us into the hand of the Pharaoh, the Hamites, what are so-called Africans. Then he gave us into the hands of Esau, the white man. You understand? There's nothing new under the sun. We've been passed around like a harlot, like a streetwalker harlot, whore on a back block in the middle of the night, passing it or being passed around. You understand? And they that hated, and they that hated them ruled over them. Meaning, we were given to the Africans, right? They hated us and they ruled over us. We're the ones that built up their mighty Parthenon and the Sphinx and the pyramids. We built those. You understand? We built their tombs as well. We did. They didn't know what they were doing. We had to do it. Let me tell you something. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. There's nothing new under the sun. We are the most important thing to this earth, right? But if we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we'll never see the true value of our worth. We'll never see the true value of who we are as a people, and we'll never see the fruits of our labor or the proof of our works if we keep pleasing the flesh and disobeying God. I pray y'all understand. That was it for that. You know, it's not, now don't get me wrong, it's not an easy thing, right? Accepting the fact that we were wrong, we were taught wrong, and accepting the fact that we are We're foul-ups. That's what we do. We mess up. You know, a just man falls 7 times and gets up 8, but how many times are we going to keep falling to get back up? Or even one better, how many times we're going to fall and lay on the ground and lay out on the ground and stretch out? As Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we need to wake up and get off that ground. We need to wake up and get the hell off that ground. And as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, it is our God-given right and obligation to help pull that brother or that sister up. But what we are not going to do is pull them up and kick them while we pull them up. That's counterproductive. And that's damn near hypocritical. Don't sit there and say you want to help somebody, help your own people, but you want to kick them while you're pulling them up. You understand? Don't sit there and say, I love you, I care about you. Here, let me help you up. And then you're kicking me while you're pulling me up. Or why this, why that, why you do this, why you do that. Like, you shouldn't do this, that, and the third. Like, pull the person up and then correct them. Don't pull them up and kick them while you're pulling them up and consider that you correcting them. It's not. And for every action is a reaction. You do that, you're going to get a reaction from that. It might not be the reaction you want. So as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, whether in the world or in the truth, we have to be more mindful of one another and of ourselves. We have to learn to be more mindful. We have to be mindful of what we say to and around one another. We have to be more mindful of what we do to and around one another. Because our words and our actions carry a lot of weight because it goes a long way. You understand? And it affects more than just us. My words and my actions affect more than just me. It affects all of you. Because if I don't come in and teach this class, right, how y'all going to get this medicine? How you going to get this truth? You understand what I'm saying to you? I pray you understand, Israel. I seriously do. We need to come together. You know, separation from one another equals destruction. If we keep separating and dividing from one another, it's going to cause way more of the turmoil. But look at it like this: it's strength in numbers. Even though Esau is the damn devil the Bible speaks of, and they go to war with anybody, they'll have a common enemy and they'll come together real quick for that to handle that business. And then they'll part ways again. I pray y'all understand. I seriously do, because it's imperative that we as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians gather together, protect one another, really be brothers and sisters to one another, and so we can rise above this oppression. Because let me tell you something, the oppression is not going to stop. Things is going to get worse before they get better. How much worse? I can't tell you. Until our King returns, I can't tell you how worse things are going to get or how better things are going to get. All I can do is keep doing what I'm doing, keep pushing, keep fighting, and keep striving to be perfect. You understand? This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 28. The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof. Meaning, we were moved from the land that we had previously resided in for our transgressions and our inequities, right? And due to transgression against the Lord and such, we were scattered abroad. So, yeah, our land was moved. We don't have it no more. Now we're like gypsies. We're moving anywhere where we can rest our head and reside. You understand? And all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. See, the house of Jacob was Israel. The house of Israel, which is the house of Jacob, was covered in confusion because as long as we was keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, we were set. We was all set. We had the Most High with us. We was good. We was Gucci. You understand what I'm saying? We was good to go. But the second we transgressed, the second we went and wiped out that town and we was told to leave all the spoils alone and one person wanted to snatch something for himself and hide it from everybody, you know what I'm saying? That caused destruction among our people and division because of that one brother. And he caused himself and all his lineage moving forward to get unalived like a dumbass. You know, we was all set until we made that golden calf and worshiped that golden calf because we wanted to be Negroes and be impatient and not wait for Moses to return down with these law, statutes, and commandments for us to follow so we can learn them and follow them. Oh no, this nigga taking too long. Aaron, make us a golden calf. We want to make something to worship. You understand? And that's where we were wrong at. That's where we fell off at. As long as we transgress against the Most High and disobey and not keep His laws, statutes, and commandments, He will not be with us. You understand? He will not be with us. Pray y'all understand. But yeah. All right, I got a couple. I got to do another precept. I ain't got time to bring out another story. Let me see. Let's see. Let's take it to the beginning. What was that? All right. Make sure. Now, this is another perfect example of why the white man is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of and why we need to come together as a people and stop trying to serve him. Stop trying to seek his approval. He is not Yahawashi, the Most High. He is not Yahawashi Mashiach, who isn't really called Christ. He's just not. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now, the serpent was the more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God hath made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, have God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Now, right there, now it's not a literal serpent speaking to the woman. It's somebody that's in the world because Adam, she was made for Adam, and Adam gave her the law, statutes, and commandments, and she was to follow them. She let somebody from the world that's not in the truth get in her ear and seduce her. You understand? Verse 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Meaning, my husband, my Adawan, my Lord, told me what trees and what fruit I could, what fruit out of what trees I could eat from among the entire garden. So what are you talking about? Verse 3. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Now this was the serpent, that man in the world or that woman in the world trying to seduce Eve and beguile her to convince her to do something she wasn't supposed to do. Now, in all actuality, in a nutshell, that was the devil. That was Satan trying her, right? That was Satan tempting her to see if she loves Adam, to see if she loves the Lord. And she failed miserably, to the point women today do not listen. Women today do not follow. Women today do not keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Let's see. Anybody in the chat? No? All right. Now, tune in Thursday for scripture breakdown. I might bring out some more articles. And y'all make sure y'all pay our tithes. You understand? Shalom, Israel.